Unpacking the Toolbox is a production of Shondaland Audio in partnership with iHeartRadio.
It's the Scandal Rewatch Podcast Show with Guillermo Diaz and Katie Rose.
Gee, you know what I want to do right now?
What?
Listen to some fan mail.
I do too.
Ooh, let's listen to these.
Hi guys, it's Monica from Mexico. I have a question for you guys. If you were to play any other character from Scandal, who would it be and why? Love you guys.
Oh, love you too.
We love you too.
Viva Mexico.
That's so nice. Viva Mexico. I want to go there right now. Who would you play,
I would want to
G?
play Cyrus.
Oh my God, I was going to say the
You
same
were?
thing.
Cyrus
Of
is the jam.
course.
That role is fucking, it's got everything.
That's the meatiest role.
Yeah.
He's Iago.
Yeah.
He's two-faced. He gets to be, and also he always redeems himself.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to be so awful and dark, and then he's all up and down and like
And all
he's
around.
so juicy.
Oh, yeah. Cyrus
so
for both
juicy.
of us.
Cyrus. We are so lucky today that we have a huge
Yes.
gladiator, but also an incredible talent,
Oh my God.
stunning human inside
Yes.
and out. Guillermo, have you guys ever met before?
Oh, yeah. Well, me and Symone and I did the movie Bros together.
We did.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I was,
Yeah,
telling,
yeah.
Oh
I was telling
my-
Guillermo, and one day we were coming back to the hotel, and I was like, I had to gather myself because I was trying not to freak out because I was like, I knew exactly who you were, and I couldn't I felt like I couldn't be unprofessional, I was trying to be professional. But then one day I was like, fuck it.
There are just, and that's probably how Guillermo was to Simone.
Exactly. I was feeling the same thing about her.
Oh
Yo,
my
but
God.
obviously we've let the cat out of the bag. Our guest today
Oh, sorry.
is I got 4 words for y'all. You're a winner, baby. We have Symone. Symone is the winner of season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race
Yes,
and an
ma'am.
amazing person, performer, artist.
Thank you.
We love you so much.
I love you.
We have the winner, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
And a fellow Madonna fan. And I think she's your bud. That's why I'm wearing this Madam X shirt just for you.
We're friends. I call her Donna because we're friends.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, hold on a
Yes.
second. Go back. This is really important content for us. We spend a lot of time on this podcast talking about Madonna. How did you meet Madonna real
Oh
quick?
my God.
Is this real?
So
Yes.
when she was doing the Madam X era, she was releasing the visuals, the film for it. And
Yeah.
she was doing an event in New York, and she needed she wanted a drag queen to host the event. And so her one of the people that ended up actually working, he works for her now, Jordan. Shout out, hey Miss Shapes.
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah.
He reached out and was like, hey, Madonna is interested. Would you fly out? And I was like, of course. Like, of course.
Duh.
Literally, like, I think
Guillermo's heart just
I
skipped a
think we
beat.
had like 2 days. She told us like 2 days before, something like that. It was a very short amount of time. So I had to get looks together, get hair together, all this whatnot.
And you're on I think the Madam X tour, which it's sort of a rockumentary.
Yes.
It's on Paramount, I believe, right? Is it on Paramount?
Mm-hmm.
And you and Symone and Aquaria, I think it's Aquaria, right?
Aquaria,
Do the Q&A. So they're fielding questions from the audience for Madonna. And they're going, I think at one point you say, bitch. You even call her bitch. I mean, in a loving way, but I
Yes,
was like
of course.
dying inside. And that day that you filmed that, I was in New York City shooting Law and Order, Organized Crime, and I was shooting that day, but at night, late at night, and I was staying near the Edison Hotel where you guys shot that, and I stood outside with all the fans in the rain, like this,
my God.
waiting to see Madonna,
I wish I would have known.
and you were inside, like chilling with her, like drinking martinis.
Guillermo,
I know.
why? What the fuck? This was before you two had worked together, so you didn't have the number to text.
Yeah, this is like a year before.
Oh, God.
I think almost a
Yes.
year to the
Guillermo.
point because we shot Bros in October too, didn't we? So I think
Yeah,
it was the
that's
year,
right.
It was the year after, yeah. Like literally a year.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Isn't
crazy?
that crazy? But listen.
Symone, yes, tell us, how did you stumble upon
Oh my God.
Scandal? Where and when and how did it start?
Okay, so I'm OG. I've been there since day one.
Yeah.
Day one moment. And I remember watching the trailer on ABC, and I'm a drama person. I love drama. I love soap operas, and I love love when everything's just over dramatic and everything is it's just too much.
Yes.
It's just
I
too
love
much.
that.
And so I remember watching the trailer and being like, I'm intrigued. I don't know what it's about necessarily, but I'm intrigued. And so I watched it and I was immediately obsessed with it. I love when you have to watch every episode to understand what's going on. In every episode, a piece of the puzzle comes together, but you're still like, what's happening? And you don't know what's happening until literally the last 30 minutes of the last episode of the season. So I don't know. I was just called to it. And of course, Kerry Washington, I was always a fan of her.
Were you like an appointment viewer where you were like tuning in every Thursday night and like on Twitter?
Absolutely.
Or you were watching it later?
Not Twitter. This was high school for me. I think 11th grade when it came out.
Oh my gosh, you're so
Also, fuck you, Symone. High school.
Fuck you, but we
Fuck
love
you, Symone. We love you, but fuck you.
Yeah, I grew up with y'all. But,
I love it.
Those are such impressionable
It is.
years.
They are.
like,
They
for
really
you.
are. Right?
That's very impressionable.
The Scandal is like my top 5 show. Like it's like when I have a top 5 show, those are shows I go back and just watched, and I'll pick a season and just hit it. And so like it's a top 5 show for me because it's informed.
Wow.
a lot.
What are some of your favorite like? Do you have any favorite storylines or scenes or things that you were just like? Or fashion moments. I mean, anything. I mean, we should probably ask all those things.
The fashion I really enjoy from like season 4 on. I like. Okay, let me break it down. So I like season 4.
She gotta break it down.
I like when Olivia has like this. It's that season, right? Is it season 4 or is it last season? She has the hair.
Straight or curly
Straight
hair?
curly hair. I have straight curly hair. But she has the curly hair.
Yeah.
I like that season.
Yes.
But I also like when she's Command in season 7 and she has like, it's all very like straight line, very business. Everything is very sharp.
Yes.
And there's color, but
Yes.
it's all very business and she's very commanding of
Yes.
of what's going on. Like, I think that's my favorite iteration of her. I also like her in season 3 because I think is she pregnant at that point? I think in that.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes.
We just did an episode yesterday and we were talking about how she was pregnant and Scott Foley was shooting this episode with her and they had to do a sex scene and they had to figure out how to shoot it because she was 8 months pregnant in season 3. I can't believe you know that. Like, you are a freaking super fan, dude.
Oh yeah, because I remember because she's always in her fashions, but it was either black, dark, or it was kind of a little bit oversized, but still like she still had a shape.
Yeah,
it was very interesting. Wardrobe did it that season, but I was like, oh, she's pregnant. And I remember one of my favorite scenes, season 3, when she's talking to Andrew and Fitz finds out that Andrew and Millie are having an affair and she has to come into the room and tell him basically you choose power or you choose love. And I remember she's in all black. Yeah. She comes in with I think is it an Hermes or a Prada? I don't know. But she comes in with the bag. She sets the bag.
Probably Prada.
Prada. She sets the bag down. She has her gloves and she does her whole monologue. It's when I go on YouTube and watch it. It's one of my favorite scenes.
I love that. I love that.
I love it.
Yo. But also, I mean, you had some amazing looks on Drag Race.
I did.
You have to check it out, Katie. She had this one look where she has you have a do-rag.
Do-rag, yeah.
But the do-rag has like a long ass train that goes all the way down the runway. And it was so beautiful.
It's my favorite look, I think.
Street, so dope.
Yeah.
Oh, I freaking loved it.
I'm Googling it.
It's my favorite look. It was the run.
It was?
Yeah, it was Train's runway. And I was like, how can you do it? Like, because, everyone's going to do like a long gown or something. I was like, I want to do something that's memorable, and I was like, why can't it be the do-rag, and that's my favorite.
That was groundbreaking. No one had ever done anything like that before, you know what I mean? You like turned the streets into the freaking runway, like fashion runway, which is dope.
It's so
right?
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Symone. Wow. Are you team Fitz or team G?
Oh, that's a good question, Katie. Yeah.
This is hard. You know what I mean?
I go back and forth. I go back and forth.
Because it's also season to season, 2.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
What I
true.
mean?
Yeah.
Because season 4 is my personal favorite season, and that's usually where I start if I'm restarting.
Oh my God, I love it.
Why is it your favorite? Guillermo and I haven't gotten that far yet
Okay.
in rewatching, so I don't even remember. Kind of, I went into some. I mean, I don't remember what happens in 4, but why is
Right?
4 your
Because
favorite?
so much was happening that season. That's the season after Fitz' son dies. Spoiler alert if you didn't know.
Oh,
So the
Yeah.
coming off
Horrible.
of them coming back to the island. Fitz is
that's right.
Millie's a mess. Fitz has had to run the country on his own. You know, like he hasn't had
And he's
anyone
drunk,
around.
right? Is he just like completely an alcoholic since his son died, or no? That's
Ooh,
something else.
It was like they would do flashbacks. Like he was drinking bad at first, and then he like had
Yeah.
to get it together. I think the alcoholic moment
Okay.
but he did have an alcoholic moment. You're right. Then Olivia gets taken by the vice president. She's on the auction block. That happens.
That's the episode where she's running.
That's the episode she's running. The
with the curly hair, yeah.
She's running.
Yes.
Oh, she looked so
She
good.
looks so. I mean, it's just a great season. It's a great. She had to reconcile.
Oh,
like
my God.
Fitz had to reconcile being like the president, but also in love and like the decision he made. Like, and then she's coming after her dad the whole time. Like, you guys are trying to take command down the whole time, and like it's just
Yes.
such a
Love
great
that.
season. It's a beautiful season. Oh wait, I didn't answer your question. I think I landed on Team Fitz. I think by the end of it, I land on Team Fitz. But I do fluctuate. Like season 4, I was very much Team Jake. Season 5, I was Team Jake. 6, he kind of annoyed me, so I was back on Fitz's side. So I go back and forth. The first 3 seasons, I was Team Fitz. You know, it's hard.
And
Yeah.
what made you land ultimately on Team Fitz? Like, do you remember?
I like their love story. I enjoy. I mean, it's awful. It's horrible. Like
I
the
do
things that
too.
they did. Like, yeah. Okay,
Of
great.
course, they're both murderers.
Both murderers.
Yeah.
You know, they're do awful.
Yeah.
He sent people to war for love. Like, you know, all these things. But I enjoy that, like, all through it, they still were able to find it. You know, like you're left on the last episode. You're left wondering, do they end up together or do they not? You know, and it's kind of
Right.
a fresh start. They're both out of power. They're both just trying to figure it out, and now they can actually have a relationship that's not tainted by everyone around them. Everyone that's
Power
going.
and politics.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. Have you ever met Carrie
I've
in
never
life
met
or
Carrie.
Tony or anything?
I don't know if I want to.
We have to make that
We have to make it happen
Yes.
on here.
I will freak out.
We have to make it happen. You know what you two, I'm sure, both know how scary it is to like meet your
Mhm.
idols, because it could always be like, oh no, they're mean,
Yeah.
or it was a terrible situation,
Right.
or like wasn't great. I would bet money on that. That has never happened with anyone who's met Kerry Washington, because
She just seems like such a sweet, genuine
she's the best.
person.
She is.
you know.
And she takes it so seriously. Like, she's just so like great.
Yeah.
And so that besides the
Yes.
fact that I'm sure she's
She's probably
a fan of
yours
yours,
as
too.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
like,
has to be, right?
Yeah, and
I can't believe you've never
I've
crossed
never crossed
paths.
paths
with
Anybody
her.
else in the Scandal cast?
Never. I don't think I've met anyone in the Scandal cast. I think there's besides Guillermo. You're the only one that
Yeah.
I've met. Yeah.
Wow.
And now you. I met you, so that's
Wow.
great.
Yes.
Yay!
I'm
Lucky
rounding them up.
me! Like, I feel
More
so
importantly,
lucky.
Simone, what did you think of Quinn and Huck? Where you
Yeah.
just did you
I-
love us so
Let's
much?
talk about
Oh, let's
us.
talk about you guys? Okay. If we must.
We have to.
No, you know what? I really enjoyed. Can I be honest? And no one's gonna get their feelings hurt,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
No, of course
God,
not.
Okay.
No.
Quinn, at first, I was not featuring.
Yeah.
I really liked her when
I
she,
get that.
because it was the goody two shoes of it all. I was just like,
yes.
you know, whatever. Sure.
Annoying.
Annoying. Yes.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Annoying is the word I use.
Yeah.
Yes, annoying.
But around
Sure,
season, when you started training her, I was like, okay, she's coming
Yes.
into her own. Like when she really was coming into her own in like season 3, season 4, actually. See, again, you know, you came
Yeah.
through and you brought everyone back together. And so I enjoyed you from 4 on. And Guillermo, I was always, because I like characters like Huck who are complicated, complex, and like at first you meet them, you're like, oh, he's a weirdo, but you go through and you've seen all that he's gone through, all that he's given up, all that he's
Right.
like just had to go through as a human being, and most of us could not
Yeah.
fathom, let alone live through
Yeah.
that. So like I really enjoy Huck's character, and
I
your
love
character I
that.
love toward the end when you take over OP. It's QPA now.
Oh yeah, that's right,
QPA
QPA.
now. Yeah.
Can you even believe
No.
that?
But also,
what the
Quinn's
hell?
fashion changed really fiercely too, right?
Yes, it
because she
did.
started wearing in 3 and 4. She started wearing leather and high boot leather boots and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh
Much
my
more
God, the
grungy.
beginning, I had to
Yeah.
squeeze myself into these horrible pencil skirts.
Awful.
And then I was finally like, yes, she's wearing fucking skinny jeans and boots and leather jackets and flannel because she's a baby hawk.
Yes, she's a baby
and I get to be
hawk.
comfortable.
Yes.
She's baby
And
hawk.
t-shirts.
Like,
You were
we're
in
so good.
t-shirts too, right? Like sexy t-shirts and like
like just way more better all around. Like all around better.
ponytails. We'll be right back, guys.
Were you shocked when Huck and Quinn got together?
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Like, where are we going?
So are we, but we loved it because we
What was
I mean,
it like filming for?
We're
What
in
was it like for
love.
you guys filming that?
Oh, we're so in love.
So
Well,
easy.
we were shocked.
Yeah. We
were
Like,
shocked.
It came on the script and we were like, oh my God, fuck. This is intense. And then because we'd been like dear, close soulmate friends for years at this point. And all of a sudden now you have to like have dirty makeup scenes with them. But we started to like be like, we need to be nasty. Like we were like, we aren't.
You got primal.
We should not have sex scenes like Fitz and Olivia.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be movie-ish or like, this needs to be people who the threshold of pain and pleasure runs very close to each other.
Yeah.
So Guillermo was like, what's your safe word? No.
popcorn. Plus, we were so close at that point and we trusted each other. And I think I remember telling Katie, do whatever you want. Like, let's just go for it.
Go for it,
And we
yeah.
just went for it. And we were just so comfortable. And
it was like, let me spit on you. I'm
Yeah.
going to lick you.
I
I'm
spit
gonna
on her at
smack
one
you.
point.
The licking. I was like that.
Oh, the licking.
Was that a direction or was that y'all just like going?
That was in the script.
Oh my God.
And by the way, then fans for years, we would take photos with fans and they'd always be like, this is a pre-COVID world, obviously. They're like coming up to us and trying to like lick our faces.
Yeah.
It's
In
all
the
about
photo,
getting
yeah.
licked. Oh my God. I was like, this is so gross.
Crazy. But I remember that though. It was so...
Yeah.
It was such a visceral thing. And I remember being like, I think I did this. I was like, oh my... Because... It was just so visceral. I don't know.
Well, I lick her, right? Huck licks Quinn in one episode,
Yes.
and then Quinn does it to
Does it
Huck
back
later
to her.
on when they're outside.
We're
Remember?
all at odds.
Yeah. We were shooting that at the Hollywood Cemetery. Remember that, Katie?
That's right. And Guillermo loved it because his horror stuff.
Oh,
we loved
yeah,
shooting
we were
in his
walking around the
cemetery.
mausoleums.
It's so
Favorite
fun.
day.
We're so...
Yes, this is my favorite day on set.
Do you ever? You said you do still watch it now.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like like you're just like, oh my God.
I like sometimes if I don't, especially if I have nothing else to watch, I'll be like, what? Because it's on Hulu now, and so I'll just go and be like, hit it.
I have my comfort shows like that too. Yeah.
Because sometimes, especially when I was first rewatching it, there's lots of stuff that you miss watching because you would have a week, so you'd forget stuff, and so when you watch it back to back, you're like, oh, that's what was happening. Especially in season 6, when I first watched it, it made no sense to me. I couldn't understand what was going on, but now I was like, oh, it's such a smart season.
Symone, that was our deal while we were shooting the show because we were so in it. We were shooting episode to episode, every week, and we didn't have time to really. We would watch the episodes, but we were live tweeting, so we couldn't really pay attention. So until Katie and I started rewatching it again now for the podcast, and we're like, oh my God, this show is amazing. It is so good.
I can't believe
And like the writing is insane, especially I think back to like when it was coming out. It was another reason why it was so groundbreaking is because of the writing and like I had the love scenes, the action scenes, the plots, and like things would harken back to things that happened like episodes ago that you had to remember and be like, oh, that and the flashbacks and like all that. It's just so good. It's just so good, and it still hits. It still hits.
It still hits for us too.
It still hits.
It still hits.
Is there like a favorite scene or episode or season or all of the above that you guys?
I'm so into what's going on right now. Like I mean, I have such a special place in my heart for the end because we got to shoot like the second to last episode in actually Washington D.C.
Oh,
and
that's
we'd all
right.
shot
That's
there
amazing.
before, so I have like such close memories to us. Like we ran around in like Escalade trucks with whiskey. We all like toured all the monuments at night.
Yeah.
Like so mine's kind of wrapped up in those sort of memories. What about you, G?
For me, 752, of course.
Oh, God.
That episode where we see Huck's backstory.
Oh, 752.
And it flashes back.
Yeah.
He's shaking
when
like
he's on the
this, like
floor.
52.
And also YOLO, where Huck pulls Quinn's teeth out.
Oh my God.
I love that dark shit.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten there yet either, Huck. But remember, there's an episode with the water. You're like in the car.
Oh, that's right.
And they're like the whole OPA
Oh,
gets
that's when.
flooded.
That's when she slaps. When she slaps. Why am I red? What's her name? Why am I?
Darby.
Abby. Yes. Red or red. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, that was.
Oh shit.
That's the episode I go back and watch too. I'll watch that one like solo.
That was a hard episode.
I think that might be up there for you when we get there and when we watch it.
Yeah, I was wet that whole episode, whether I was inside or outside. They had to soak me with water every single day, and it was a nightmare.
How long did that take to film? Like your part?
We shot the shows in like 8 to 10 days, right, Katie?
Yeah, 8 to 10 days per episode.
And then it depended on hours, right? We'd shoot 18 to maybe 16 hours sometimes.
Jeez.
I'd say a short day was 14 hours a day, and then the longest day we ever had, I think, was like 21.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah, it was a beast of a show.
Yeah,
and like. Symone, you are the greatest for being a gladiator since day one. I don't think we've had like an OG gladiator.
No, we haven't. Not a celebrity one. Yeah. And we need to plan on bringing you on because we're having Carrie back on. So we should plan on bringing.
You could come in.
I will clear one. I will figure it out.
Yes.
I will figure it out.
Like we could have you on and just do like a quick 10-minute like make all of our dreams come true.
I would love to. Oh my God.
Real quick, what do you have coming up? Like what can we see you in next?
So we are
tell us what you're coming up in.
Oh, gladly. So we are actually in pre-production for our show, Avalon TV, which you can find on Wow Presents Plus.
Nice.
And we're doing season 2. So we're gonna start filming that really soon, and that should come out probably a little bit later this year. So be on the lookout.
Where can we see that, Symone? Where can we see it?
Wow Presents Plus, the app.
Right on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And season 2's already
good?
up, or season 1's already up. So if you want to watch and enjoy
sweet.
yourself.
I'm gonna and Gigi Good is in it, right?
Yes, Gigi's in it.
Yeah.
My whole house is in it, and then our friend Riley's in it as well. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is so cool. And thank you so much for giving us some of your time.
Yes,
I feel like
thank you so much, Symone. It means so much.
Oh my God. It means so much to us. Thank you for being on and thank you for watching the show.
Course.
Yes, we love you.
I love you.
Could Symone be any cooler?
I don't think that's possible.
No, and you
Katie.
are such a see. I've never watched that show. I'm
Really?
a loser. I'm a loser.
You should no. You're not a loser. It took me a while to get into Drag Race. I didn't watch it for a long time, and then I started watching season 6, and then I was hooked. So
and
you
what
should just
season
give
are they
it,
in
give
now?
it a
Like
shot.
500?
Oh my God, they're like season 15, I think 14 or 15.
Wow.
But Symone was the winner of her season. I think it was like. What was her season? I think it was like 12 or 13. I might be mistaken, but.
And that's, I mean, I just feel so honored that she like knew anything, like that she was a Scandal fan and like it was
she knew
so
more than we
life-changing.
do.
Oh yeah, she knows more about the episodes that we did by a lot.
Yes. I definitely want to have her back on.
Me too.
I feel like.
Me too. Okay, wait, let's get into this episode breakdown.
Yes.
We're talking about episode 306 called Icarus. It aired on November 7th in 2013.
And it was written by Peter Noah and directed by Julie Ann Robinson.
Who I love and I'm working with right now. Julie Ann Robinson is directing The Hunting Wives, which is the show I'm working on right now.
No way.
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome. I feel like she directed me in Weeds. She directed me in a couple of episodes of Weeds. Yeah.
She's like been around the bush. She's just so great and knows everything and she's awesome. Okay, guest starring could this girl be any gorgeous?
I love her.
Yara Shahidi as young Olivia Pope, Candy Alexander as Maya Lewis, another stunner, Lisa Kudrow, another stunner as Congresswoman Josie Marcus, Jack Coleman as Daniel Douglas Langston,
Paul Adelstein as Leo Bergen, another stunner, Sally Pressman as Candace Margus, Sharmila Devar as Lauren Wellman, and Cameron Watson as Reverend Coles.
Okay, this episode is a beast, so listen up to this scandal paste synopsis. Olivia presses Fitz for information on Operation Remington, convinced that Fitz was responsible for the plane crash that killed her mother. Because of his refusal to even talk about it, Olivia decides that the OPA team will back Congresswoman Josie Marcus on her presidential campaign.
Meanwhile, Sally Langston begins her campaign behind Fitz's back, but Cyrus is one step ahead of the whole time.
Okay, this episode was crazy. Did you do your notes about it?
I sure did, yeah.
Can I hear yours?
Fun. Can we give props to the person that taught us this gem of a thing? It's
Hannah
Symone. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes. When we did the New Girl podcast, she did it for, she did the Scandal podcast. She did it for us.
Yes.
And I just fell in love with it. It's so much fun. I fell in love with
it too. It's fucking hilarious. I can't wait to hear what you say. Okay, Scandal Paste, tell us about episode 306, Icarus. G.
Here we go, y'all. Yara Shahidi, Candy Alexander. I am loving that they are the first thing we see. And that song, so familiar, so good. A blast from the past. This is going to be good. Cut to Live in Thought, distraught, still looking hot. Oh, hell yeah. There she is. She got this. Getting thee to the White House. Sally and Leo and Sally, it don't really matter. They're one and the same. Always plotting. Ooh, Miss Olivia's pressing Fitz about Operation Remington. She needs to know everything, but he's not having it. He shut that sitch down. So Liv is out. Oh, damn. Here we go. Wait a minute. Did Smelly just call Liv a whore? Yes, she did. Not the first, won't be the last. Shady. Oh, shit. Sexy heels and a gun. Katie, so hot.
Aww.
Wait for it. So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's
Lisa
a
Kudrow
joke,
just
you're
walked
broke.
into
Your love
306.
life's DOA. Yes, the Lisa Kudrow appears on our show. So honored. No trace of Phoebe here and Josie, and we're loving it. And that pie, cherry, rhubarb, raspberry, what is it? I'm so hungry. Morton and Perry are up people. Actors, get your notebooks out. Acting classes in session. Who's this hottie with Jake? Funny, she looks a lot like Marika.
Oh my God. Gee, you got to publish this fucking poem when this episode comes out. This is unbelievable.
Who's the hottie with Jake? Funny, she looks a lot like Marika. Coincidence? I think not. Meanwhile, Josie is not going negative with her campaign. She's just not. This episode is very collagey. Jumping to and fro, but it works. It always works on Scandal. Not Joe with the tight fro and mustache. Yes, he's got bad news bears for baby Liv. So sad. Well, nothing a big old glass of vino can't cure for grown Olivia. And now she can ask one question, only one. Getting deep. Leave the past there, he says. Leave it there. Why do I so love James and Cy bickering? It's the best. Oy vey, Harrison is stressing about Adnan Salif. Oh shit, Josie went off on Liv, but I like it, and I think Liv does too. Yo, I am feeling the Pearl game in this episode. Melly and Sally are rocking the oyster treasures. Right. Oh man, I love Quinn and Huck. She wants to know B613 screws you up forever. But now's not a good time, man. Is it ever? Oh, James, he was not ready for Josie. Okay, so don't mess with this queen. She is woman. Hear her roar and all of that. And also watching Jake do push-ups makes everything okay for now. Till his hot lady friend gets snuffed out. Ouch, that was a close call. Now the business of Harrison and Cyrus. These two are magic together, but hell nah. Saya's getting Adnan a whole new visa. What the what? Some epic music and Liv and Fitz now. I'm here for it, all of it. Wow, this scene is intense. I need a drink. The end. Oh my God, that was a lot.
Fucking believable.
And that's our episode, folks. Have a good one. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Real quick,
that was
who
awesome.
won the episode? I mean, who won the episode in acting?
Oh, man.
It's really like fraught. Like, I think Lisa Kudrow wins.
You know
it.
what? I think you're right. I honestly got silent because I was like, I just watched this episode and the next one, and I'm like,
yeah.
I think you're right. Lisa Kudrow freaking killed it in this episode.
Yeah, she was so good. She had so many scenes. I mean, this episode is so much about, you know, Olivia's like, fuck you, White House. I'm not working on Fitz's campaign. And to get you back, I'm going to run the campaign for Josie Marcus, played by the amazing Lisa Kudrow. And Lisa just has so many things about like what type of candidate she is and how she's so likable and how Liv is like teaching her how to toughen up and be what America wants. And she's practicing all the interviews. And then you're seeing her do the debates. And then you're like, she just had
she had so
many
much to do.
scenes.
And she's so strong in this episode. And that scene with James Novak, with Dan Bukatinsky, yo, she blew it out of the water. I felt so bad for James in that scene. But yo, she needed to do that. That shit brought her, you know, beyond. It brought her up from where she was as a candidate, right?
They make a fake video of Reston sort of like making a campaign commercial
Yeah,
that's really sexist.
making her
that
seem
says
weak and yeah.
Yeah, that Josie Marcus isn't tough enough to run run America. And she comes in and she's like, you're a sexist pig. You're all fucking sexist pigs. Even you, James Novak, who walked in here and said like, thank you so much for having me over. She's like, I didn't invite you over. You're here in my house.
Yeah. And this picture of tea is fake. Yeah.
You wanted this. Like everything you're all doing is a bias.
Yeah.
It's a whether it's a conscious or unconscious sexist feeling, like that's what's going on here. So she just fucking
She
kills
really
it.
did. She really and the great thing is that this is the first time we see Josie Marcus.
The most stuff we've definitely seen of her, and it's so
and then it gets
good.
juicier in episodes to come. Like her storyline gets juicier.
We will be back with more after the break.
The fashion moments, nothing stuck out for me. Did anything stick out for you?
Not really. Listen, whenever Maya Pope is on screen, like her fit is always so good.
I know.
But
I know.
we see her at the top of the show, but then we don't really see her anymore, right? In this episode.
Yeah.
But she always looks good.
Oh, we have to have a major silent moment for this is the episode where, and I would love to know which writer in the Scandal Writers Room created this, but that Charlie in this episode calls Quinn Robin for the first time.
Yes.
Which is what we end up naming our baby.
Oh, shit. I didn't remember that, Katie. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Her name's Robin.
Does he call Huck Batman? Doesn't he call Huck Batman? So what is he?
He doesn't call you Batman, but because I'm your little bitch, essentially.
He's like, where's Batman? At one of the episodes, I remember him saying like, what about Batman or something like that. I thought.
Oh, maybe he did.
I could be wrong.
Maybe he did.
Wait, so who is he? What is Charlie? Is he Superman? Right? Like, and a fun fact, George Newbern does the voice of Superman in the cartoon, in the animated series.
He totally does.
Yes.
He totally does.
But I love that this is the first time he calls you Robin.
Yeah, when we're in the we're in a shoot range and Quinn is sucking at shooting guns and nailing it in the target, and Charlie's also there, and he comes over and she's like, ugh, fine, give me your advice. I mean, my acting was annoying, but not as annoying as it usually is.
Yo, did you actually get to shoot? Did you guys go? You filmed it at a shooting range, obviously,
and we shot.
You shot,
which was so scary. The first time I've ever shot a gun. Have you shot guns on?
I've shot guns
before?
on other films and on Scandal. Yeah, I shot guns on Scandal. Mm-hmm.
I've never shot real. I mean, yeah, I shot real. We were at a real shooting range.
Wow.
We had to really shoot real bullets. And there's real kickback and it's real freaking loud. And I was not raised around guns. I'm so squeamish around them. I'm like completely freaked out.
But listen, on Scandal, it was always so thoughtful in those moments when we had a weapon. Our props team was so great about making sure we knew the gun was safe and how to hold it.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So
oh, yeah. But so scary, and I had to protect. That is maybe my best acting then.
Wow.
Because didn't I look like a badass who wasn't afraid of guns? Mm-hmm.
Not according to that reviewer that we read. That's coming up. Oh shit.
Oh yeah. No. I did the best acting work of my life in that I looked like I was a fucking badass with a gun.
And basically Charlie is sort of getting you ready to come work for Command, right? Like he's sort of
B613.
Yeah, to come work for B613, which is
Yep.
It's so sad when it gets closer to that. And Quinn's like, "What?" Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll get there.
Okay, some of my favorite lines from the episode of just holy shit, Shonda Rhimes and these writers are fucking unbelievable moments was I love in the top of the episode when the whole thing is sort of switched and we realize that Mellie has called Olivia to come to the White House because she truly believes that unless Olivia Pope runs Fitz's campaign, there's no way he's going to win a second term. And she has she wins elections, and then she just storms away, and she's being so
Doesn't
crazy.
she say something like, "I practically wrapped your little whore in a tinfoil or something and handed her to you, and you screwed it up," or something like that?
Her lines are not to be believed, just not to be believed.
Yes. I love when
what
I
other
love
things?
when Olivia has that speech when she's talking about the weather with Eli, and she's like, "My father's the thing that goes bump in the night." I thought that was really cool.
So scary. What do you think of your acting in this episode? This wasn't like a huge Huck act.
No, Huck was brooding a lot. He's
Huck
very
was it crafty?
Huck was it crafty a lot, eating Mexican bowls. Remember, we'd get Mexican bowls on set, and we'd all come to where all our chairs were, where where the cast waits before we shoot our scenes, and somebody would be like, "Yo, there's Mexican bowls at Crafty," and we'd get so excited.
I love a Mexican bowl.
Yes.
You mean you make it like a taco salad?
Yes.
Where you like put a bunch of like chips down or tortilla, then you put a shit ton of lettuce, like the shredded iceberg, then a ton of ground beef, then a ton of shredded cheese, then pico de gallo, guacamole, and some some other kind of sauces, and that's your my mouth
so
is
good.
watering.
Wait, have you eaten anything today? It's very early in the morning, you guys. It's 9:30 in the morning right now.
It's later for me because I'm on the East Coast.
Right.
But yes, I had 2 scrambled eggs and a piece of toast.
A wheat toast, a sourdough, white.
I like the 21 grain Dave's Killer Bread.
Whoa.
Hey, Dave's Killer Bread, if you want to do a collab, a post, you want to sponsor this podcast,
Hell yeah,
I really like your
us
toast.
up. I love
what did
Dave's
you have,
too.
G?
I had an everything bagel with vegan cream cheese, onions, and heirloom tomato, and Tabasco sauce on top.
Wow. And why do you do the vegan cream cheese? Because the regular cream cheese makes your stomach hurt?
No, I'm just trying to be healthier and eat more plant-based. And it was actually really good. It wasn't bad, yeah.
Is there something you watched that made you do that?
No. I know there's some stuff on on the streaming platforms about
oh my God.
There's a bunch of documentaries,
show,
yeah.
You are what you
yes,
eat.
Yes.
Not only for health reasons, but the study I read that if every person on the planet had one meal a day that had no no animal products in it, that we would completely reverse climate change.
Wow, no way.
Yeah.
There's no way that would happen in the Midwest and so many other parts of the country.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no way. It's a really good thing. Okay. It's called You Are What You Eat. Okay. What else? We didn't eat in the episode.
There was no eating.
Olivia drank the shit out of the biggest goblet of red wine like I've ever seen. And do you remember what it was that she actually drank?
It was like her favorite grape juice, wasn't it?
She loved it. And sometimes she loved, it was like a Welch's grape juice. And she loved it so much. And sometimes when I'm watching her act as Olivia, I can tell that it's grape juice and not wine.
Because she sort of savors it
because she's kind of doing a thing with her mouth where you could tell she that it's really sweet and not a kind of
a
bitter wine.
Yes.
I feel like grape juice and red wine have a totally different taste.
Completely, yeah.
Okay. So Lisa Kudrow won. We did that. I think the other. Oh, we forgot a huge eating moment.
What?
That was a total fuck up, and all these actors are terrible, and they should get slaps on the wrist. There's an entire dinner scene in the President's Wing, a couple double trouble scene with the Langston, with Sally and Daniel Douglas and Fitz and Melly, and no one eats a single bite.
Unbelievable.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. Listen, in defense of background food, sometimes there will just be sometimes props will say, hey, don't eat to the background. I've heard them be like, hey, try not to eat.
Because they don't have a lot of something, they're going to run out.
Yes, so it could have been something like that.
Yeah, but we can still just make fun of them.
Yeah, we can.
They're our friends. They don't care.
Exactly.
Okay, fun fact. Aiming with one eye closed like Quinn does in the shooting range is a surefire way to miss. Hey, that's not true. I'm working with guns right now on this show, and they keep telling me to close one eye.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm going to ask and get back to you on that, but I'm pretty sure when I've been in the gun range a lot lately because, again, the show I'm on is called The Hunting Wives, so guns are involved a lot. And we totally have one eye down on the thingy.
Really?
Okay.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, what's that birdie bird you hear?
I think
Do you
it's
hear
a
a bird?
tweeter.
Oh.
It's a tweeter
I
bird.
think so too. It might be time for
Scandal
scandal
tweets.
tweets of the time. Okay, this is at Love Hannah wrote, hate Liv and Jake, but I kind of don't mind Huck and Jake, except when they crush Liv's heart tonight. Hashtag scandal. Whoa, do you think Huck and Jake could have ever been a thing?
Oh man, listen, here's hoping. How happy would I have been if that was a thing? If they gave a love affair created a love affair between Huck and Jake? I'm here for it, all of it.
I'd be here for it too.
Let's see. Sarah Cavill at Dragonfly75 tweeted, "There are actual human people that think Olivia Fitz is over. Have you never watched a TV show before? Gay? Hashtag scandal. Hashtag gladiators." Is she throwing some shade? Is she trying to be like, you guys, it's just TV. Stop getting so worked up about Liv and Fitz. Is that what she's trying to say?
I think she's trying to say, like, Olivia and Fitz are over for right now, but, like, come on, guys. We all know TV. They're going to get back together also. Like, both things, like, have you never watched fucking TV before? They're going to get back together.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong.
No, she's not wrong. At Corinne Stark, 752, tweeted, 752. At Tony Goldwyn, I loved the phone call last week, but can we expect any sexy olets on the horizon? Hashtag scandal.
For sure.
People were so into these two.
Yes.
It's insane.
Eric Stadius at Estadius tweeted, "Olivia watches that wine being poured into the glass like a serial killer." Hashtag scandal. She's like, let me get that grape juice. Keep pouring.
Yeah. At Jennifer Pollock tweeted, casual, how Phoebe Buffay is running for president. Hashtag scandal.
Oh, I bet she hates that.
She's an amazing
She's
actress,
so good.
but like,
she's so
an
good.
iconic character.
Let's see. Gladiator Kana at Forever Gladiator tweeted, "We all think Olivia's mom is still alive. That probably means she isn't." Hashtag scandal. Hashtag expect the unexpected. Hashtag you're wrong, girl, because she's alive.
At Watch with Poppy tweeted, "Okay, gladiators, I'm working on a scandal theory. What if Mama Pope turns out to be a bad guy?" Didn't everyone think that?
Right? Listen, Bella Dame Noir at Bella Dame Noir tweeted at Kerry Washington, "Does the cast theorize and speculate about future episodes as much as the gladiators do?" Hashtag scandal. Yes, we do. Yes, we did.
100%.
All the time.
100%. This is the cutest picture of us ever.
I love it.
At Gladiators for Life wrote, "The gladiators are up and ready for hashtag scandal Thursday." And it's a picture of Darby, Quinn, Harrison, and Huck all with like gladiator bodies from like, what would that have
like
been? 300 or something?
Or gladiator maybe.
Yeah.
We look hot. Look at our bodies.
Yeah, we look hot as shit. My body's never looked like that.
Oh my God. And then
it's all them taco salads.
All them taco salads, girl. Keep the chips out.
It's all that real acting I'm doing when I really eat in the fucking scenes.
George Props at Basky Social. Oh, is this George Props? Yeah, it's Scandal Props.
I think it might be.
He tweeted at Scandal ABC, behind the scenes episode of 306 Scandal Prop quiz time. What book was Olivia reading in Fish Book?
In the flashback.
I said Fish Book.
Fish Book. Get out of here.
What book was it?
Get the fuck out of here. I don't know.
Katie, I just tried to do this to my paper. I'm not even kidding. I tried to enlarge a piece of actual like paper with my fingers like you do on your iPhone to make it into a close-up. But I
think the human race is done.
I think we're
I
done.
can't tell.
Right.
I'm so curious to see what it could be. My God, can you believe how cute Yada Shahidi was?
She's so cute. And now she's like
so beautiful.
a lovely young lady. I mean, she's gorgeous.
My God, she's unbelievable. She's so gorgeous. At Scandalicious05 tweeted, "Aside from all the twisty and shady B613 matter, this is a really beautiful family with pictures of Carrie, Candy Alexander, and Joe Morton." And
gorgeous.
That is true.
It's so true.
I mean, I feel like Joe Morton and Candy Alexander probably should have had real life babies together to just show human beings how gorgeous.
Just for that reason, they should have like hooked up and had a baby or two.
Handsome, yes, and she's so beautiful.
What do you think, gladiators? Email us at utt@shondaland.com or leave us a voicemail at 805-298-1474 to share your thoughts about the show, about food, about life, but mostly about the show.
Okay, we loved this episode.
Yes. Thank you, Symone.
It was a classic.
It was
Thank you,
such
Symone.
a treat having Symone.
What an honor.
Yes.
What a gift. We have to have you back on.
Yes.
And next up, we have episode 307. Everything's coming up, Melly.
Yeah, it is. And it's a little bit smelly.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We love you. Tell your friends. Hey, if you like the Scandal Rewatch podcast, tell a friend to subscribe to it.
Yes, we need you guys. Listen, if you guys want this show, this podcast to continue on, we need your help and we need your love. So please, find another scandal-obsessed friend or someone on social media and just send them a link to the podcast because it would help us a lot. And we would love to keep doing this for you guys and for us.
Thank you.
Ciao. Bye, folks.
Adios.
Thank you guys for joining us on Unpacking the Toolbox. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, share with your friends, rate, or leave us a review.
Scandal is executive produced by Sandy Bailey, Alex Alche, Lauren Homan, Tyler Klang, and Gabrielle Collins. Our producer and editor is Vince DeJohnny, with music by Chad Fisher.
Scandal is a production of ABC Signature, and you can follow along by rewatching Scandal on Hulu.
Unpacking the Toolbox is a production of Shondaland Audio in partnership with iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from Shondaland Audio, visit the iHeartRadio app or anywhere you subscribe to your favorite shows.